Hey, what's up guys, BVHD here with a Skillicious squad. Now, I've not done these in about a month, and maybe over a month actually. It's been a hell of a long time, so I do apologise for that, guys. You know what I'm like, I'm not consistent with anything FIFA related, that is, YouTube related. So I've got a few goals at the end, nice little compilation as always. And you know, I've improved the editing, so hopefully the editing shows a little bit. Nothing, the goals are pretty average because I haven't really played much FIFA. And yeah, as you can see in the top right corner, my record is dog shit, and I don't have many coins. And I know every YouTuber's meant to have some amazing record and billions of coins, but I don't. So deal with it. I skill, and that's the end of my little rant. Anyway, we'll get on to the squad and my thoughts about the team, and then we'll show some goals, I suppose. So the squad that we rolled with is a 4-3-3. I suppose it's a Brazilian Premier League team basically. Easiest way of showing it, easiest way of explaining it. Everyone does get 9 chemistry in the squad, as you can now see on your screens, and it is a very solid team indeed. A very solid formation as well. But we'll roll through the squad now anyway. In that we've got Gilliherme or however you pronounce it. A very solid goalkeeper indeed. Cost me 900 coins. You know, he's dirt cheap, 6'6", and he's a solid player. Very good, very fast player as well. Very good for coming out from corners and that kind of thing. And his shot stopping aspects of him are brilliant as well. Very hard to beat this guy, as I'm sure a lot of you guys will know. The second player we've got is Cicinho. The right back last year had did he have 5-star last year? I think he had 5-star skills last year. But, you know, 6,800 coins. He's dropped a lot because of the team of the season. He's a really, really good player. I didn't manage to get any goals with him. And as you can see there, it says I only played 2 games with the squad. That's because I played mainly offline against my mates. But, you know, 4-star skills. He's really fast. Like, he's absolutely rapid. He'll catch up to pretty much anybody. So even when he bombs forward, it's okay because he can catch up. The centre-back we have is Zilao. Now, I have an attributes card on him. Main reason being is because YOLO. No, I applied it because I was opening a lot of packs. So those stats aren't accurate, but even without that card on him, he's a very good player. 3-star skills also. 6'2". He's really dominant from corners. His long shot ability is brilliant. I always love to go and runs with my centre-backs, especially when you've got these two kind of centre-backs, both 3-star skills, you know, and David Luiz, we don't even need to talk about how overpowered he is. But Zilao is a very solid player. I prefer him to Antonio Freire. He does have a lack in pace, but what he lacks in pace, he makes up for strength and aerial ability. He's an all-round class player to use, in my opinion. Oh, hang on. The second centre-back, as I mentioned, is David Luiz. We all know how beast he is. I don't really need to mention him. He's probably dropped in price. In fact, probably a lot of these players have. But, you know, he is a very solid player indeed, and no one gets past him, let's be honest. The left back we've gone for is Richardson. Now, there is a lot of choices you can go for, other choices, but I went for this guy due to his all well-rounded stats, really. He has a really good long shot due to his power. He's like in the high 90s, or in the mid-90s, something like that, and he's 1,000 coins, you know, you can't really go wrong. You can go for Ashley Cole, in fact, any Premier League left back you want. But, I don't know, I just saw this guy and I wanted to try him out. So, if you want to try Evra, Butner, anyone, I don't know, it's up to you. But you can have any Premier League left back here and they'll do the job, I'm sure. And then the 3 centre mids we've got, I'll go with Ramirez to start off with because he is a really, really solid player, as a lot of you will know. I mean, he has 88 pace, which means a lot of people, unfortunately, do use him in sweat teams. But he is a very solid player defensively and offensively. He is absolutely brilliant from he's great at counter-attacking. He can pick the ball up in deep positions, tackling the opposition, and then from that, we can get a counter-attack off that and go off and score. But he is a very solid player. Has a brilliant long shot as well. I didn't actually manage to score any long shots with him or any goals with him. I don't think so anyway. No special, no fancy goals or anything like that. But he is a very solid player for 4,400 coins. What I picked him up for, I expect he will have dropped. And it's a bit unfortunate. This year he hasn't done as well as last year. He got a few informs last year. And he hasn't managed to pick one up this year. But a very solid player indeed. And just great from box to box, really. And then the 2 other centre mids we've got is Adel Tarapt and Carlos Eduardo. Now these are the first 2 5-star skillers of the squad. We'll go with Tarapt first, I suppose. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills. He cost me 8k in the centre mid 4-3-3 position and formation. A very solid player. I don't really need to talk about him because at this point in FIFA, you know all the players in the squad. But a brilliant skiller, very agile, quick off the mark. He's really good. His free kicks are quite decent as well. And he's just a nice little maestro to have in midfield. The second 5-star skiller and the last centre mid is Carlos Eduardo, as I already mentioned. Only has a 3-star weak foot, but 5-star skills. And that left foot of his is absolutely disgusting. This is the Ruben Kazan version. You can get the Flamengo, I do believe it is, version as well. But I went for this guy. I went for him because he's just... I don't know, I think he was cheaper at the time. There was no Flamengo versions. I can't really remember. But he's a very solid player indeed. Great agile player. Left foot. Free kicks are brilliant on his left foot as well. And long shots as well. Class at all of them. And a very well-rounded player in the offensive aspects anyway. And then the final 3 players we've got is Kelvin at right wing. Now Kelvin is a very, very good player indeed. And he has dropped a lot in price. In my opinion, he's a good player anyway. A lot of people like Michael Niete instead. And I'm going to try him out soon. Maybe it's the next Skillicious squad. I'm going to try and do... As soon as as you're watching this, I probably would have got rid of this team and made a new one. But Kelvin, 3-star weak foot, 5-star skills, left-footed on the right, which is brilliant to cut and shoot from. 22k, he's dropped a lot in price, and I do think he is a very good player. He can be a bit weak at times, but it's to be expected from a silver player. You know, silver 5-star winger. You can't have it all, I suppose, in one player. And then striker, we do have the man himself, Wallyson, who has dropped to dramatically dropped to 50k. But last time I used him, he was around 150k. So he has dropped a hell of a lot. Yeah, I have a shooting card on him. I know I shouldn't have, but I do. Mainly because I was playing against my mates, and I just love to mug him off. Especially when I played with my brother, you know, he was demolishing him. But 88 pace, 5-star skills, great in the air. Seems a lot bigger than 5'10" in game, as I'm sure a lot of you guys will know by now. 3-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves. And just generally, he's a really good player. I don't know, he's a bit on and off. I've had him in the past. The first time I had him was amazing. Then I had him twice after that. He was crap. Or bad, sorry. And this time he's been amazing again. So I don't know. Personally, I say he's worth the coins. He's only 50k as well. You know, I've not got the most coins in the world, but I will happily dish out 50k every day of the week for this guy. And then the final player in the squad we have is Asaidi. 4-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, 750 coins. Enough said, guys. You know, he's a very solid winger. Bit of pace about him, the skills to pay the bills, and he's just a class player indeed. So that is the team, guys. I mean, everyone, as I mentioned earlier, gets 9 chemistry. It is a brilliant squad, and I definitely recommend you go out and try it if you're looking to build a solid skill squad offensively and defensively, because, you know, those 2 centre-backs are very, very strong indeed. Very pacey as well. Ramirez will drop in to form like I suppose you could kind of call it like a free back, with Ramirez being the centre-back. It's because of the wing-backs and how far up they push. They do push up quite a lot. Richardson not as much as Cecinio, but, you know, it's very, very good. If you're good at attacking, then this is the team for you, because... and if you're not bad at defending, because you'll have like 3 players back, or maybe 2 at a time, and then you can go off and score. I don't know, it's just a class team. I've really enjoyed using it, and I'm definitely going to try and get Wallyson in another squad, probably next Skillicious squad. Anyway, this is nearly 9 minutes now, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. If you have enjoyed, 30 likes would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I hope you enjoy the goals, guys. See you later.
No, I said it's true. I can feel the love. Can you feel it too? I can feel it. I can feel it. No, I said it's true. I can feel the love. Can you feel it too? I can feel it. I can feel it. And I ain't slept at home, not trying to be left alone. I'm waking up every morning to a metronome with no alarm clock, I don't gotta set my phone. I know the bar stopped selling alcohol after 2 a.m. You no longer in New York City, it's just you and them. And the people who fucking with me, I say they travel the world. I'm about to cover some distances, and I'm just trying to prove to y'all what the difference is. So when you love what you're doing and then you're missing it, I'ma send y'all regards. few postcards up in the mail. Jean-Luc, I never fail. This is new wave rap, we never going to jail. Cause all I wanna do is drink wine and make babies. You ain't never had a sick line, Wayne Brady. Let me kick rhymes, y'all can kick rocks like bar with a bar to bang the bay.
No, I said it's true. I can feel the love, can you feel it too? I can feel it, I can feel it, No, I said it's true. I can feel the love, can you feel it too? I can feel it, I can feel it,
Yeah, so let the good kids be a little bad. Let them stay out the night, they selling the El Rey out. Feeling like King Charles, partying like Harry, girl. Easy nights, you sorry you got married. Well, single women like room service and take out. So when we make out, I'm so short, I'm Jay Wow. I'm running around the base now, just trying to get my face down.